I want to talk with you today about something that has been on my mind a lot lately, and I'm sure you've noticed this as much as I have, and that is this culture of negativity, this attitude, this complaining, this griping and bitching and moaning about everything that we possibly can. You can't turn on the TV or look at a magazine or talk with somebody or even talk with a friend without somebody complaining about, I want more, or I deserve this, or I should have this, or I'm not fast enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good looking enough, I'm not talented enough. And we have this negative attitude all the time. It consumes us. Now, I know why we do it. The reason we're negative, and the reason we complain, and the reason that we find faults in what other people are doing, and the reason we find faults in what we're doing is because we as humans have a natural desire to advance. And there's nothing wrong with that, but we have this natural desire to improve our station in life. And while that's important, there's some real reasons that it's important that you eliminate complaining and you eliminate negativity and you surround yourselves with people who are uplifting and positive rather than those people who are bringing you down. And the reason that you need to be thinking about eliminating some of these things from your life is for two reasons. Number one, your productivity. If you're always complaining and you're always negative and the people around you are negative, you are not going to be as productive. And the reason you're not going to be as productive is because you're letting something beyond your control, beyond your attitude, beyond the way that you react to things, have control over your life. And so either subconsciously or consciously, we throw up our hands and say, because of this outside factor, there's nothing I can do. And we leave our success to random chance. Now, the other reason is because you'll miss opportunities. Opportunities will present themselves in your life, whether it's through work or whether it's family or whatever the reason is or whatever the opportunity is. You will miss those opportunities if you're negative. You will miss those opportunities because you're so concerned about what could go wrong and so concerned about the bads and so concerned about the downsides that you're not thinking about the opportunities, the advantages that we have. So I want to share with you, especially as we're getting close to Thanksgiving, some things to be grateful for. Reframe your life. Think about your day. I'm thinking about my day as I was preparing for this video. And the first thing I do every morning is I get out of this warm, comfortable, king-size bed. A bed that thousands of years ago, kings didn't even have access to. And I wake up and I find myself in this climate-controlled room and the fan's on, the electronics are going, and everything is comfortable. And then I step down out of the bed and I put my feet on the carpet, this soft carpet that I could put my feet in, I could roll around and I can wrestle with my kids in. And then I go downstairs and I change my clothes. And I didn't have to make my clothes, I just pulled them out of the closet. I went to the store and I bought my clothes and I put them on. And I get into my vehicle. My vehicle, an instrument that 100 years ago we didn't have. But it gets us from point A to point B in 40, 50, 60, 80 miles an hour. Thousands of years ago, there was people that were spending generations traveling, getting from point A to point B. And then I went into the gym and I did a workout that somebody else programmed for me. And then I came home and I was hungry and I opened the refrigerator and there was food inside of the refrigerator. I didn't have to walk out and kill anything. I didn't have to walk out and get my food. I didn't have to go milk the cow. It was there and it was ready for me. And I got my eggs and I put them on the stove and I turned a knob and fire started like that. We have controlled fire so much so that we can just flip a switch and fire starts so we can cook our food. And then I went upstairs and I got in the shower. And the shower got a little bit cold. And what did I do? I turned the knob and the shower became warmer for me. Now I know it's easy to think that these things are trivial, but it's incredible the things that we have, the things that we should be grateful for. And I drove in my car and I looked around at this beautiful scenery before I got into work. And think about my office and thinking about work. Is this climate-controlled building? If I get a little cold, I turn up the heat. If I get a little warm, I turn up the air conditioner. And then I jump on my computer, this amazing piece of equipment that gives us access to millions of people around the planet, and internet and cell phones and all of the things that we have and the opportunities to go to lunch. And then I come home and my family's there waiting for me. My kids are there waiting for me, greeting me at the door, smiling, ready to play with me, ready to bounce on the trampoline with me, ready to wrestle with me. And then we have dinner and I spend time with my wife and I spend time with my kids, and then I get a book and I have access to the minds of people from thousands of years and all of their infinite knowledge, and I get to read that book in the comfort of my own home with the lights over my head and the electricity keeping me warm and the lights keeping everything lit. And then I go to bed in that warm, comfortable bed that I woke up in. We've got to reframe the way that we're thinking about life. There is so much to be grateful for, so many opportunities. But as I said before, If you're always complaining and you're surrounding yourselves with people who are negative and complaining, you're going to miss those opportunities. You're going to let life pass you by. You're going to let your kids grow up and you not know them. You're going to let business ventures and opportunities scream past you because you're so focused on building and growing that you can't take a minute to recognize the opportunities that are there. You're going to kill your productivity because you're always looking for the things that could go wrong rather than the things that go right. So this November, again, as we get close to Thanksgiving, I want you to think about the things in your life that you're grateful for. Wake up every day and find gratitude, find happiness, find joy in the things that you have. And when you do, you'll live so much more fulfilled, you'll build more wealth, you'll have better relationships with your family, and you'll live a happier life.